Okay, no problem.
Yeah, I'll be on mute. Please carry on.
Yeah. Okay. Rupa, sorry. So, so today we'll talk about conflicts. Okay. So this we have seen already. Git push, origin, master, all these things. Right. So what are the commands also have seen different merging strategies and what are the branching conventions, all those things we have seen. So as part of this, right, the day-to-day problems what we'll face is squash merge also has seen conflicts, something called conflicts, merge conflicts. When you are merging, so you'll see merge conflicts basically, right? So assume the same file is modified by multiple developers. Then there is a possibility of while merging, right? The Git doesn't know which one to consider. Let's say developer one and developer two both have modified same line. In place of username, you would have given his email ID and other developer would have given his email ID. Then Git doesn't know which one to consider. So as in those kind of situations, basically the conflict, so manual intervention is required to decide that whether you want to keep this or that. So that is conflict. Right. Because it is a distributed Git, right? So user will be having his own local copies, right? As soon as he has done the Git clone, so that will become his local repo. So that's how most of the time companies will come. Because as a developer, one, what you have done in your local, I may not know until and unless if you push into the origin. So how are you going to overcome this particular thing? So that's what we will learn in this. I'll show you practically. Okay. We'll create a situation where you have a conflict. Assume there are two developers. Again, I'll use the same funda. Judo slash 12, I think, right here. Developer 2 we have and DevOps demo. I'm making, assume this is my developer 1. Okay. Change tab color. Okay. Dev 1. I'm going to have one more environment is going to be a developer 2. Okay. Dev 2. Right. Okay. Developer 2. Okay. I have two windows. Assume this guy is working independently and this guy is also working independently. What is the first thing we should do? Anything. First thing is git pull origin master. This is the best practice we should do. See here, there were changes. Now we got it. Same thing here also. What do we have? Hello world. You can check git status in case. I'll get the latest here. Before that, I think we need to check which branch are we in. This is wrong, right? What is the command to swap the branch? Should remember,
Yeah,
right?
git check out with the whatever the branch you are going to post.
Correct. I want to delete that feature branch. I don't want. This one I don't want. I'll use uppercase because I know I pulled extra. So
It will automatically prompt you
yeah,
whether to click it or remove. So we'll go with capital T.
correct. Let me see the git branch. Now just check git log. Git log. The master is at 155A. I mean head in developer 2. Here, just check 155A. Both are at the same point. Though I'm doing it in the same system. So assume the situation is like working two developers in their individual systems. Okay. Now I'm making some changes in user one. Okay. Dot. Some change. I'm just trying to create some commit. Okay. We'll make line number 9 example. I'm going to modify something you can give modified by developer 1. Okay. Just close it. Just check its status. Git commit alpha name by dev1. Okay. Alpha yeah. Done. Now I have committed here. Now I'm going to developer 2 for dot. Okay. Here I will try to modify same line. Developer 2. Right? I'm modifying the same line. Close it and commit. Git status check. Git commit alpha name by developer 2 alpha A. Done. Now what we'll do as a developer 1, I will go and push my changes. Git push origin master. Okay. Now, as a developer one, I have pushed my changes. But as a developer two, I don't know whether how many changes have happened. Now, even I will try to push my change, right? You can see here, nothing is here. Git push master. Will it work? Any idea? Logically?
It should work because we have saved on different thing, right? Different naming.
What does your git push do?
It push everything from whatever the thing we do on local machine, right?
Right. But now, before your push, the developer one has committed something. If you try to push, assume he has done some major critical bug fix, right? You remember? Developer one has also modified by same file, and developer two also modified. That's what you are trying to push now. It will go on to overwrite. And what happens to his changes? Because he has done just some push for the same file. You can see here, index dot. This guy is also modifying same file. Now, if I push as a developer too, it will go on to overwrite, right? So Git has an intelligence saying that, boss, I am not going to allow you to push because there are changes on top of your changes. So please check those things. I'm just giving enter here.
Oh, if developer two does the same, and I mean in the first place, and if developer one starts trying to push, then he will also get the similar message,
Anything.
right?
Yes, yes, yes.
Yeah.
Which developer doesn't matter for Git. Some change matters here, right? So it is clearly saying rejected. Why? Failed to push some references. Updates were rejected because the remote contains work that you do. Again, hint is there, not have locally. Are you getting it right? What is the hint? The remote contains work that you do, not have locally, because developer one has pushed his changes to remote. Did we pull those changes? No. So that's what it's saying. You don't have the changes which were pushed by developer one in your local. So again, it will give the hint also. What you should do? Git pull before pushing. Okay. Now let us do the git pull. Okay. Now what will happen? Hope you remember. The developer one also modified same line. I also modified same line. Now which one it will take? Let us do. What it is saying? Auto merge happened. What happened with conflict? Because both of us modified the same line. I really don't know which one to keep, right? So this is basically error kind of thing or warning, you can say. Okay. Auto merge is successful with the conflict. Basically, it has failed. It is asking us, you can see here, auto merge failed. Fix the conflicts and then commit the results. Now, how should I know where is the conflict? So open the Git status. It will show you the list of files where the conflicts are there. So this is the file where I have the conflict. In real time, there will be multiple files. Here we have only one file. So your Git status will show you this thing, right? Both modified, basically. You can see code dot. There will be some extra characters. See here. modified by developer 1, modified by developer 2, both are there. On top of it, there is something which is git introduced. Your code will, your compilation will fail because this unexpected or unwanted characters. Now, as a user, you should go, developer 1 and developer 2 should sit together. Basically, whoever has created the conflicts. Then both of them should discuss and decide whether to accept the current change, accept the incoming change, accept the both changes, or decide whatever you want. Clear? Here you have an option. What I'll do, for time being, I'll accept both the changes. As soon as I do this, automatically these things will get rid of. Let me do that. See here. Because I accepted both the changes, I have developer 1 changes as well as developer 2 changes. Clear? Now I will go and save it. Because I want to retain even developer 1 changes. So that's how I decided. So I'll close it. Now you go and check the git status. Right? Now do the git commit. FNM. Conflicts resolved. Right? Now I will push it. Now, okay, I'll hold it. Now you go and check in developer 1. Code dot. Developer 1 will have only his changes because I have not yet pushed the conflicts resolution, whatever we have made in developer 2 environment. Now what I will do, git push origin master. Done. Still I'll not find. Now what I should do to take this change, updated file in developer 1. What should I do?
Sorry?
I should pull the changes to get the conflicts resolution. Git pull origin master in developer 2. Now if I go and check here, I can see the changes which we have made by developer 2 and developer 1 together. So this is how we can resolve the conflicts. Right? Now go and check your where are we doing? Hello world demo only, right? Repos and commits. See here. By developer 1, by developer 2. Conflicts resolved by so and so. Okay. Basically what happened, the developer 2 whatever was overwritten by this guy, and finally what these two commits are overwritten by the conflicts resolved.
So Git automatically resolve both
No,
the
we have
changes
just
made by.
resolved it, right? Manually. What Git has given, it has merged both the changes and given a failure message saying that, boss, there are conflicts, you go and resolve it. Then you commit it back. So as part of this, that's what we have done. Yeah. Okay.
Okay.
So this is how the conflicts in real time people will resolve it. Okay. Let us see a few more of features like rebase or those things. Where is the document? Yeah. I given the scenarios here. So you add whatever the commands we understand. Same, whatever we tried. So this is important. Please try to understand. Understanding rebase. See, when you merge basically two branches, whichever way, with pull request or without pull request, you will get a graph like where is that? Here, like this. Three-way merge. Right now, because we have only two branches, master branch and feature branch, feature one, feature two, whatever it is, right? Anytime we have only one branch, two users basically. Assume we have 50 users. So how many things will like this? What if multiple users are working, maybe 10, 20, like this, there will be one user, two user, three, 10 merges will come. So the graph is going to be very complicated, right? It will go, maybe I will show you some. For a period of time, it will be really difficult to study the changes which you have made, right? You'll have like this, if in real time. See here, so many lines, a lot of confusions will come, right? Only if the same thing, whatever we are talking like this, will get so many graphs. Overall, really difficult to manage which one. So to overcome that, if you maintain a linear graph, somewhere we have done it for, right? Squash march like this. That straightness we are going to get, or we can bring that straightness by using the rebase concept. Okay. Assume before rebase, your master branch is like that, your feature branch is like that, right? Any branch, feature or developer branch or local branch, right? If you rebase, right, these two will come and join like this. So I'll not have multiple lines like this. See, ultimately, what we are trying to do is every commit you will have some change, right? Without change, you are not going to commit. Right? So if I have a multiple commits, my ultimately what I want to maintain that linear graph, if I maintain, maybe after 2, 3 years or 4 years or 10 years. So it will be easy for me to understand at which point. For this point, I got the feature branch merged. At this point, I got the some hotfix branch merged. Something like this. Okay. Is it clear? What is rebase? Basically, to maintain that linearity, right? Instead of clumsiness over a period of time. So try to maintain a straight line. So that will be easy for you to manage and understand.
So, is there a difference between the squash merging and rebase G?
There is a difference. I'll talk about that. Squash merge, what we have done, we have combined multiple commits into a single thing and merged it. So basically here what we are going to do, the base of branch, basically there will be a head something, right? The base will change. Assume your head is like this. I'm going to change this base to here, master. So ultimately this will have changes of this branch and this branch. I'll show you practically, don't worry, so you can understand better. Here we will do the merge again, but at that time of merging, we'll use something called a rebase. I will show, maybe here I will show you something. This is like merge, okay? But whereas rebase is going to be like this. So what is the difference? If you see here, change one, change two, change three, all three will come and sit here. But you have multiple lines like this. But here you have a single straight line. Okay. Maybe you'll understand better when you do it practically. See, majorly when we look at this problem, if the development is happening only on the future branch, you may not get this problem. I'm talking about only this scenario. Okay. Assume parallelly that a master branch also will grow for with some commits. That's when the problem will come. Okay.
How do we define that the base of the file, it has to be a specific point? I mean, how do we define it?
With the commit ID, I'll show you that part. There is
Okay.
something called commit ID, right, for every commit. So using that, we can rebase it, right?
Okay.
It looks like we are going to repeat it, but we'll use the rebase merge this time. Instead of simple merge, we'll use the rebase merge. Okay. Again, two windows, two users. We'll take the same thing. Always git pull region master. Here also use the git pull let's check the git log. Head is at 54E. Head is at 544. Okay. Here also head is at 544. Assume developer 1. Here also it will be, you can create two cases with conflicts and without conflicts. Code dot new line by developer 1. Okay. Close it. Commit. Right. Developer 1. Git push. Git push origin master. Okay. Now developer 2 has not seen the changes. Code dot. Don't get confused. I'm now checking in developer 2. Developer 2. Okay. Git commit. And then new line by dev 2. Right. Okay. Now try to push same thing, whatever we have just tried.
Yeah, it should throw the conflict. Yes.
Should throw the conflict. Now what we will do, conflict will not come because I have modified different lines, right? There is no conflict. But what is the error here? Because there are some changes. Again, you should do the git pull. Okay, that's what the message is saying. Right? If you try to modify the same line, the same file, then you will get the conflict. Okay, don't get confused. But this error
Okay.
message is you have to pull the changes. Now what I will do, git pull hyphen rebase. Okay, from where? Origin master. We are doing rebase basically. Instead of plain pull, I'm just using a rebase option. Okay. Then now the changes are applied on top of my changes. Now, if we check the git log, see here, new line by developer 1, then new line by developer 2. If it is a regular merge, first your 2 should come because my change was already there. Is it clear? The history here. See what we have done before my pull here, git pull. What I have done, I have modified my changes here somewhere, code dot, right? New line by developer 2. Ideally, my new line by developer 2 should be the older one than the new line by developer 2 because this change has come because of my pull. In your previous, I don't know whether you have observed or not, this was developer 2 was here and developer 1 was here in an order basically. Because
Okay,
of
so what if we run the same command like rebase, git push rebase origin master on developer one system, so that yeah, will it show dev one on top?
will it show dev 1 on top? Again, dev 1 it will not show because whoever has done first that will come. I'll show you that part. Right? Now push origin master. I'll show you in graph so that you can understand better. Wait. Now I pushed. You see here? Did we see just now for the conflict? Whatever we have done, same thing we repeated now. Earlier there were 2 lines. Now we have only 1 line. This
Yeah,
is not
it
now.
was first pushed by dev one and then pushed by dev two, right?
Right. You can see
Yeah,
here.
so rebase is done. Rebase is done only on dev two. Rebase is
Huh.
done on only
Even in our conflict,
dev two.
first
Yeah.
in our conflict, first what we have done, we have modified in developer 1, we pushed it by developer 1, then we pull the source code to developer 2, then we pushed it. Right? But here, the same scenario we repeated. But you see here, developer 1, because who has made change first? Developer 1 made change first, then developer 2. So the linearity, the sequence will come. Okay, just do one thing. I think this is latest only. Here we need to do that. It will pull the changes. Now we'll do one thing. We'll create the same conflict scenario so that you can understand better. Okay. Code dot. We'll try to modify the same line, some line. Okay. New line by developer 2. Okay. I'll add here line number 9. Dev 1 for the what happened to this? Dev 1 for rebase. Okay. I'll just close it. Git commit -m okay. Dev 1 rebase, right? Dev 1 rebase. I'll push this. I'm pushing this change. Git push the master.
So rebase has to be done on any one file, right? Is enough, right?
Anything is fine. Yeah. Basically, it will apply for the changes whatever you have made. Now, I am trying to repeat the same thing in developer 2. But I will try to create the conflict situation. Line number 1. Dev2 for rebase. Same thing. Well, instead of dev1, I made it as dev2. Okay. Git commit fnm dev2 rebase. Committed. Now, if I try to push again, it will go because I don't know as a developer too. Right? Now, if I do the rebase, where is that? Same. What will happen now? It will fail with the conflict. Not apply conflict. So what shall we do now? Same story. We'll try to have to resolve.
Manually resolve it.
Yes. First we'll resolve the conflict, right? Same, I'll accept both the changes for now. Okay. Now, dev1 and dev2 for rebase, right? We have manually, basically we resolved manually, right? We just need to, what you should do when you are continuing, there is a something command called, should not use the commit. Same scenarios, whatever we are trying here. Git pull, rebase, origin, master, we tried it. Note, if there are a merge conflicts, then what you should be doing is, merge conflict will be reported again because auto merge will not resolve the conflicts. Then you should do git rebase, continue you should do. Okay. Stage the file and add it.
Yeah, on dev 2 is enough, right? Wherever we
Yes, yes.
encountered
And
with the error.
yes. Hit add. Okay. Now what we'll do, git, you can see here somewhere it will be there. Here. First stage it, right? Fix the conflict and then run git rebase, continue somewhere here. And if you want to skip, you can always, if you want to basically rebasing, right? So you can cancel if you skip it about or about to go back to the original branch. I'll use continue. Okay. This is asking what is the command. Wait. Now if you go and check the git log, dev rebase to dev1 rebase. Now I will push the, if you go and verify after push in your log, you will still have the straight line. See here. But same scenario we repeated earlier. How was this? With the multiple lines. Now this is one time. So it is ideally a DevOps engineer should recommend for the developer to use rebase so that the future maintenance will be easy to get the straight line like this.
Yeah, its main purpose is like to
Linear
reduce the
distribution.
number of linear lines which we see according to different developers, so that we can align it in a single line with a rebase command for reference purposes.
Correct. Right. So this is all about rebase with conflict and without conflict. Yeah. Clear? Any doubt?
I have a small doubt. What is the
Yes.
difference between Git log and Git lens? Git lens is application based or is it a different thing?
What do you say? Git
Git lens, LANS.
lengths are different. That is in GitHub. Git log is it will show you the what is that?
Yes, whatever the changes or whatever the audit kind of thing, whatever we have changes made against a specific file branch, it will show, right?
Complete history basically. What happened?
Why I asked is I was going through the specific, AZ400 from Microsoft. So I came across this Git lens. So that's what I was a bit confused. What is the difference between lens and log?
No. Both are different. Don't get confused. Log will show you complete information. Your Git basically it is uh, it is used for multiple what is it called? Multiple things will be there. So, suppose there's no point in comparing both.
Uh, okay, your voice is a bit low, G.
Okay, both are two different things.
It's fine now.
Okay, now one more thing like undoing the changes, right? So there are two options to undo the changes. Reset or revert, right? So when do you want to use what, right? Ultimately, assume you have done some change. For some reason, this is quite common case, right? You have modified something and you want to undo the changes, basically revert the changes. If you want to roll back those changes, so that can be applicable for your staged files or your local files or your committed files, multiple things, right? There are multiple stages. Or if it is staged, you have not committed, then there is a way to revert. Even if you have committed, but still you want to revert this, even there are two things. So there are two things. One is revert and reset. Okay. Git reset hard head. What is this mean? Go to show you practical. Git log. Git pull origin master. Check the git log. See, my origin master and my local master both head is pointing to the same commit ID 53B F2B so on so. And we have not made any changes, right? Let us do one thing. I'll make some changes. Some change just to create. Okay, I'll delete just to show you. Delete. I deleted now. You can see here I'm saving. Right? Where is my command? Its status. See, I have modified. Right? Do one thing. Git add else stays this. Use the git status. It will give some hint for you. If you want to do this, git restore or stage. But what I want now I have deleted. So many lines. But what is my requirement? I want to go back to the state where I have deleted everything. That means I have to get back everything, whatever I have deleted. How can I do that?
It's a reset or restore.
Yes. Git log. First check the. If you know the commit ID, you can check. Otherwise, the simplest way, because we know that we are git reset hyphen hard to head. Okay. Do one thing. Before doing this, let me show you the current file state. Because we deleted, there might be a doubt, right, whether we are really deleted or not. That is the reason it showed in red color. Nothing is there, right? I'm just closing this. Why that one is closing? I don't know. I'm using the same command.
Oh, it showed in green, right?
Huh. We staged it, but we go and check the code now. You should find all lines what were added earlier. See here. Though I have deleted everything, just by using this command, git reset or to which point? My head. Where was the head? I showed you somewhere head, right? It was pointing to this
Yeah, total hit.
commit ID,
So,
right?
what if there were like multiple changes and multiple commits were happened, and then we want to revert one specific change. So during that time, we can go with the commit ID.
Yes, yes. You can reset it back to any particular commit.
Okay.
Now, if you check the git, uh, so it should be clean. So, like this, you can modify, you can revert it back, then basically. So, you can use reset button, right? If there is only one particular change, if you want to roll back, use this file. If you want to file basically, right? Assume you have modified 10 files. If you use this command, all 10 files will be reset to that particular thing. Clear? This is important command which will be. And now same question. Assume if you want to undo a specific commit, git log, go to git log. Now I don't want developer 2, developer 1, new line. I want to undo all these 4. I want to get to the state of new line by 1. Okay. Just copy first few characters of this commit ID. Git reset hyphen hard and enter the commit ID for which we want. I just copied this. I should not find all these 3 changes. Okay. Now if you see the git log, see 635. That is what I gave here, 636. Before that, if you see here, this was developer to rebase. Rebase is not there at all now, right? But there is a problem with this. If you go and check your this thing, you still have this dev to rebase. But mine is 63C37B9 right now in my local. So I lost all these 3. Now what to do? I'll say git push got it. Why it is saying the server is ahead of your local branch. So what shall I do now? Similarly, like if you remember the branch deletion, so you have to use the force. This we have tried. here.
Okay, so it is stating, yeah, it is stating like the head has
What
been,
your local, you have done something in the
yes,
server. You have already a advanced option or the more
yes,
options there.
latest one
You
is
want to push it.
updated one is there. Yes.
Exactly. You are going and deleting something which is not recommended. If you are sure that I'm sure I have verified, reviewed everything, then go ahead and use the F option so that it will go and delete in the okay where in server. Now it will push because I'm sure that let it delete. Done.
Yeah,
Now you
it will
go
be the new head, right? It will be the new head.
right. Now if we go and check here, these things will be gone. Gone. The base rebase is gone now. This is my latest. So this is what actually the use of reset. So what is the disadvantage here? By using reset, I lost my history. Tomorrow, if someone comes here and says, first, who has done what? I can't even go back to the point where it is deleted, right? If you see, we cannot get back now. That is permanent deletion. That is the major drawback of your reset. So it is mostly not advisable to use reset. I want to revert the changes. I want to undo the changes, but at the same time, I want to maintain my history. What happened now? Right now, literally, it has deleted this history and changes both. If someone comes and check who has done what, I really don't know the history. What change was made and who was made. This is not safe, right? This is dangerous. So what shall we do for this? So there are better alternatives. We can always use the git revert instead of reset. Okay, that we'll talk about this tomorrow. Okay.
Okay, ji. So for Git revert, will it create any ID like as in commit ID for
Yes,
revert or reset now, right?
yes, it will create. I'll
Okay,
explain theory and the practical thing both
okay,
tomorrow.
ji. Got it.
Yeah.
Okay, ji. Okay.
Take it
And
up.
before, yeah, before, I mean, not about this one. So I have a query like, so if we go via GitHub and use application Azure boards from the marketplace, we
Mhm.
can establish the same criteria, whatever you have explained us earlier, against the Azure boards, right?
Yes.
Yeah, because today just I randomly gone through the GitHub.
Okay.
So I have seen like to integrate the Azure boards and the Git. There is an application named Azure boards from marketplace. So from there it is integrating from the GitHub to Azure. So I was like, okay, fine. Anything is like the same thing when you explained, like there will be multiple applications, be it Azure or AWS or GCP. We can integrate it from anywhere to anywhere, right?
Yes. You install the plugin and start using it on whatever the
Oh,
required configurations you have to do. Do that initial setup and we can use that.
okay.
Yeah. Maybe I will show you